So it's time to use the foam to close the gaps inside the shed. Let's take a look. It's time to cover up the gaps on the shed, and I'll be using these Great Stuff window and door foam. So it's expandable, so it's something that I can apply for the little gaps that are on the corners. You can see some of them right there, see? Boom. So there's a few different foams out there. This is one of the cheaper brands at Home Depot. It's a Great Stuff insulating foam sealant, and I haven't really used these before. In fact, I haven't really sealed a shed before, so we'll see how it works out. Hopefully it won't get too messy. And so I'm gonna do that right now. Right here it says always wear gloves and protect yourself. So I'm gonna do that before I start using this thing. But I think you put this piece right here and turn, boom. So I got my gloves right here, just for safety. Don't mind the dog. It's always barking nonstop, so don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm gonna try to use this now. Some of the glue right there start coming out. As you can see, I put some of the foam, but it's really messy up there for some reason. It's just really messy, so I have to kind of play with it a little bit more. So see, I put the foam all the way up right there, and it's messy. Even outside it gets a little bit messy, so I'm just gonna try to take away the excess and see how that works out. It's really not like the caulking stuff. Here it just goes all over. It goes all over the place, and I'm just gonna try to see if I could fix it. Oh wow, it's already a little hard right there, so you can't really do much to it anymore. You just can kind of move it a little bit just to tighten things up, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to tighten it up and see if I can just cover up the cracks a little bit more. So out here is not so bad now that I got rid of a lot of it, the excess, as you can see right there. It's already kind of drying, so I'm just gonna tighten it up a little, see how it works. Yeah, it's already tight, so that's all I could do with that foam. Yeah, so outside I guess it's okay. I just need to try to clean it up inside. That's pretty much it for putting the foam. As you can see, I have it all the way in the edges, the corners, even right there. Dogs are going wild right now, so pay them no mind. And yeah, all the corners. And I think in hindsight, I would probably just use caulking because it's just a little too messy. So if I'm using this stuff, this insulating foam, it's better if it's hidden and you can't really see it, but because the shed is so open, there's no like insulation or drywall or anything like that, you're gonna be able to see the foam. And the way I did it's kind of messy, as you can see. But yeah, so it's just messy. Even though it dries up, I try to clean it up a little bit. The verdict on the insulating foam right here is that if you need it in tight spaces and you got bigger holes or cracks, then maybe you could use this stuff. But for the shed, for the small cracks or openings, I didn't really need to use the this foam because it expands and it's a little messy and it takes a while to dry up. And when it does dry up, you can't really move it. So I would prefer using caulking. Caulking would be what I would use for the smaller cracks and stuff like that. So that's my rookie move, never using this insulating foam. And now I know I don't really need it for smaller cracks, and it's a little bit more messy, and I'm gonna return this one. Okay, so call me a bit anal, but I think that cutting the foam actually looks better, a little bit better than just leaving it alone, as you can see right there. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but I just think it's better than just leaving it alone all lumpy. So I just cut the edges right with my blade, and just to kind of clean it up a little bit, you know, give it a better aesthetic look, even though it doesn't really matter inside the shed. It just helps a little bit aesthetically to get rid of these excess foam from the edges so that it's less lumpy, and it just has a cleaner look, even though it's just a shed. So there you go. So that wraps it up with using the foam sealant for the first time. Hope you guys got something out of it. If you're interested in watching the whole shed build, you can click in this link right here.